People do stupid things from a young age. Things they regret. So I will go through, there are 5 things. And there's a book, you can find it in the library, I'm sure. 5 most common regrets. And the number 5 regret is that people regret that they did not choose, because it's a choice, to be happy. People, why? Because many people do not feel they deserve to be happy. God knows why. They're brought up to feel it. Poor self-image. But we can do better. We can give our children self-image. You know, we had that meditation we did before. I am happy, I am good.
Yeah.
It's a great booster for self-image and for the sense you deserve to be happy. Absolutely, we deserve to be happy. But we're not trained in it. We're trained, go out, get a job, make some money. And then, you know, the hormones will take their course, you get married, have some children, and continue your cycle of whatever you're doing, which could be misery. Could be neurotic, whatever it is. But school does not help us to address these mental health issues. And mental health, if you have a mind, is your business. It's everything. So the number 5 regret is people did not regret not choosing to be happy. Number 4 regret is, especially, wow, what if you come, you know, in your life, you migrated. And a big regret people had was losing touch with their friends, their good friends. Big regret. You know, whatever happened to so-and-so? They were my best friend, and then I came to Canada and lost touch with them. You know. Number 3 regret, and all these things, you know, they take conscientiousness, but some of them also take some nerve, you know, and self-esteem. Number 5 takes self-esteem. Some of them take courage, and number 3 is people regret that they did not have the courage to speak their truth, to speak what they were feeling. Maybe they did not have the skills, the communication skills to do it in such a way that is not hurtful to others. You don't want to just blurt out what you're feeling. That's not a good idea. But there are things that need to be said.
But you can't speak against the government. Some places you speak against the government. That's it. For example, China.
But not here. Not here. That should not be a regret for us here. Sometimes, you know, somebody inspires you, or somebody touches your heart, and somebody really influences you, and for some reason or another, you don't say it. And then they die. You say, well, I guess I can't tell them anymore. Or maybe somebody is just really offensive or abusive, and somebody needs to tell them, but everybody's afraid to tell them. You know, shape up, stop doing that. You know, but instead we just shut up. And sometimes what happens if you don't speak your truth, what happens is there's an emotion that gets bottled up inside, and what happens? You get sick. You get very mentally frustrated sometimes, and sometimes people go into abuse, right? You know, alcohol abuse, but they don't know what to do with the situation. So they drown their sorrows. But sometimes also physical disease happens. You know, heart, you know, blood pressure, heart attack. It's very common. You know, the body and the mind are not separate. They work very closely together. Your emotions and your health are very closely interlinked. If you're feeling frustrated, it's not good for your health. It's not good for your immune system. It's not good for your heart. It's not good for anything. Don't be frustrated. And in class, we can eliminate some. You can release tension. And some of it is simply a lifestyle question, a question of communicating and honoring your feelings. Honoring your feelings. Not spilling them, but doing something with them when there's strong feelings. Number 2, of course, in school they teach us to get a job, basically. But guess what? Number 2 regret? Working too much. Anybody had that experience?
Workaholic.
Yeah, workaholic, exactly. Yeah. Nobody in their last day says, darn, I wish I'd spend a few more weekends at the office working. I wish I'd spend more time working, making more money. Nobody does that. The regret, a very common regret, is I wish I had spent more time with my family or the people that I really, really care about. Because I was insecure about money. Workaholic. The number one regret, and it takes, you know, some self-esteem. It takes some willpower to put your foot down and say, no, especially if your boss is pushing you, right? Say, well, I'm drawing a line here, I'll do this and this and this, but after that, it's my time. And then you know what, they might even fire you. And then you have to just trust in God, that it'll be okay. But the number one regret is not living a life according to your inspiration. Your inspiration. Rather listening to everybody else and making them happy. It's nice to make other people happy. We can call it seva, make people smile. But you can't let other people live your life. Otherwise, it's a very sad life. Very sad excuse for a life.
When we say like you are not living your life to the full extent, but
you're not living life at all. You're just being a puppet. Other people are pulling your strings. And there has to be, there has to be give and take. If you're a doctor and your wife is a doctor and you want your child to be a doctor, well, give them a bit of a chance to communicate with you. Maybe they really don't want to be a doctor. Maybe they want to be an accountant or something. Give them some space. It's not just about you. It's called, what's that word? Living through somebody else. It's not respectful. Let other people live their life too. So that's the number one regret. And that comes back to Satnam, which is be yourself. And it takes courage to do that. So I'm going to ask you, does everything I say make sense? Does it make sense? Anybody want to argue?
What about the karma?
What about karma?
Is it my control? Like all this, whatever you say, right? Is it within my control?
I say it's 50-50. 50-50. If you believe in God, and some people say there's no God, but it's at least a 50-50 deal. You are co-author of your destiny. Your subconscious, your superconscious, you have a big role. That's why I chant Om Namo. We have a proactive role in this life. You don't just go with the flow.
Then we are asking the good Lord, be my guidance and take care of me, right?
Gurudev Namo?
Yeah.
Be my guide. But ultimately, bottom line is your life, and you take responsibility. You do something bad, you go to court.
Oh yeah.
They don't take Guru Nanak to court, they take you to court. They don't take Jesus Christ, because you're a Christian. You're not going to try Jesus. You were a lousy Christian. Either that or maybe somebody made up some charges. So I've got an idea. You know what a vow is? Can we all make a vow that we're not going to do this stuff? Maybe translate, I don't know if the translation is.
Wow.
Does your wife understand what I said? 50-50? Anything at all? Poor wife. Mera Punjabi, kuch.
You're asking for a vow definition?
Yeah, I'm going to suggest that everybody make a promise to themselves that they're not going to do these things. Okay? All right? Put your right hand. Oh, right hand. Satya. She doesn't know what she's promising them. God bless her heart.
No, I guess somebody will tell her.
Maybe afterwards. Well, anyway, that's your responsibility, okay? Tell your wife afterwards what she promised. All right. I shall henceforth, say after me, I shall henceforth, choose to be happy.
Choose to be happy.
And I shall henceforth remain in touch with my good friends.
Remain in touch with my good friends.
And I shall henceforth tactfully speak my truth.
Tactfully speak my truth.
And I shall henceforth not cross the boundary of working unreasonably.
Not cross the boundary of working unreasonably.
To the detriment of my health and my family life.
To the detriment of my health and my family life.
And I shall henceforth live my unique, fabulous, inspired truth.
Live my unique, fabulous, inspired truth.
And not pander to others' expectations of
Not
myself.
pander to others' expectations.
So help me God.
So help me God.
So you know what? Nobody else is going to help you on this. People are going to pull you this way and that way. They want your time. They have this expectation of you and the other expectation. It's up to you to expect the best from yourself. And that's your sadhana. That's your spiritual practice. Okay? That's your homework for the rest of your life. Okay? It's a good deal? All right. Because you know what? I want you to be really happy when you check out of this motel we call Planet Earth. I want you to feel so good about your life. I don't want anybody to have regrets. The deal? It's a deal?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.